life instead of chasing coins. Because it's a beautiful day. Isn't so come on, let's play. Forget the rush, you're in and find a good spot. Sit down and join us as we sing a good song. Keep back, relax, and just follow along. We got plenty of time. Begin it easy, won't cost you a dime. Throw another log onto the fire. Because it's a beautiful day. And come on, let's play.
Morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody. It's cold. I did not want to get out of bed. But good morning, Mary, Annie 7, Kathleen. It snowed on Long Island. Oh boy, this weather has gotten a little crazy this winter. Good morning, Tammy Fisk. Good morning, Blue. Hello, everybody. Major snowstorm. Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. I will not complain about my weather then. Okay, so I'm not in a snowstorm. And I just really hope that you are all doing okay. Wow. I guess the Phil was right, wasn't he? The groundhog that said there was going to be more winter. It's just not letting up, and I am over it. Ready for that springtime with showers and flowers and all that good stuff. Good afternoon, Hope. Thank you for being here. Hi, Suzanne. Good morning. All right, let's go into our hearts for a minute. Good morning, Sally and Tony. All right, so breathing in, touching your heart center, knowing that you are loved, you are light, you're amazing. Oh, I just want you all to know that you're so beautiful, and you are definitely so loved. And the love that you give when you come in here and love on each other in the mornings is magnificent. All right, let's get busy. Okay. Your snow is gone, Sally. Yeah, we don't, thank God we don't have snow here in the valley in Arizona. Oh, me too, Sally. I love thunderstorms. I love the lightning, especially. Good morning, Jessie. All right, so let's see. The blog last night was called Grandpa. Marcus Aurelius said, when you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Yes, it is. I thank God every day when I open my eyes for another day alive. Morning, Deirdre. Morning, Julie Kiss. All right, one of my favorite relatives in the family I married into was Grandpa Watson. A stroll outside where I am staying at the moment clicked a memory of him. There are mesquite trees here in Arizona that shed huge seed pods. One of my memories of him was walking in his yard in Tucson as he used a grabber to pick up the pods and it seemed to be a never-ending job. However, he had a lot of patience and time, so for him, it was just something to do. He was a storyteller, and wow, did he have some stories to tell. He drove across the country from Arizona to Florida to visit one year, and we sat outside for hours as he shared story after story. I just adored being with him and never grew tired of listening to his accounts of his travels and his adventures. The last time I saw him, he reminisced about the time he nearly died off the Gulf of California over 30 years ago. He was on a dive boat with 15 other people, and he was one of 2 survivors. So many miracles had to take place for him to survive that ordeal. The boat sank early in the morning, so no one was in their dive gear. He escaped through a hatch into the freezing water and grabbed the first thing that floated by. Amazingly, it was his own dive bag, which contained his custom-made wetsuit. He described holding onto a piece of the boat that was floating, and even in turbulent water was able to put the suit on, which provided some protection from the cold for the 35 plus hours that he spent drifting in the frigid water. He watched his shipmates succumb and drift away from the makeshift raft. He said that it was God's providence that kept him alive. I am so honored to have known this amazing man who went on to live to the ripe age of 92. Dear angels, some people in our lives just bring us joy, and their memories live on in our hearts to pop up unexpectedly at times. Are our loved ones aware of these moments? Dear ones, in spirit, there is always awareness. There are no distractions, such as what is present in your human experience. It is just as easy for you to call on your loved ones in spirit as it is for you to invoke us to come to you to communicate. Your loved ones want to hear from you, to see what you are doing, and to let you know of their presence. Stop thinking of them as gone, as they are not. They are always close by your side. The things they liked in the current life are still important to them. They have, however, learned all about their experiences and lessons gleaned. Any low vibration experiences are more fully understood. They only hold the energy of love. As you feel them close by, you will experience the love vibration. Accept that gift from them. Dear angels, today I promise to show only love. Only love and light is welcome here. That's my mantra. That's what I say all the time. And when the angels were explaining how these beautiful loved ones just see love, they don't see any of the fighting or arguments or discord that happened when they were in their human body. It's all about love. And when I remembered Grandpa Watson, he was quite a man. He was just so bigger than life with his vibration and his energy. And he went through a lot. He was in the military. He saw a lot of things in his lifetime, in his 92 years. And there was a lot of conflict. There was a lot of just discord in the family. And yet he maintained his happiness, his joy, his love of life. And he loved to travel. He had a companion that they went down to Mexico a lot and just did some excavations and just went in and explored. And the guy that survived along with him, the two of them became really good friends. They were like lifetime buddies because they had gone through this huge trauma together. And the two of them survived. Out of 15 people, there were only 2 survivors. So he was really amazing. Carrie, good morning, Carrie. Oh, let me see. I'm missing some comments, I think. Auntie Jean is here. Carrie, I'll be coming to Tucson soon in the next month or so. Looking forward to moving and roaming. I've never been, so I'm looking forward to it. Carrie, oh, I hope you're here while I'm here. That would be so amazing to see you. Deirdre, good morning. And Danielle Rivera, good morning. I'm so glad you're here on YouTube. Kathleen Caputo, hi. She says, read your blog early this morning. Loved reading it and reminded me of my grandpa. We lived on the 3rd floor of their 3-family house. I adored him, and he made it very clear every day how much he loved me. Grandparents are so important in a child's life. Yeah. So Kathleen says, sending love to all the P grandparents. Danielle, I do accept their gifts. I'm being from a space of love, moving forward. Beautiful. And Robin Waters Dykes, good morning to you. And Deirdre says, and all the P great grandparents. Yeah, I think we have some of those around as well. Isabel Reese, good morning. Joanne Trio, good morning to you. And Auntie Jean says, he reminds me of my grandpa Lorio. He went through 2 wars and so much else in his 97 years. I so love his beautiful soul. Isn't it amazing, these relatives, now ancestors, that just went through so much. We think we have it bad sometimes, you know, the things that we go through. But I know that there are those that have seen the traumas. There are those that have been in the wars, and we've had wars, gosh, forever. And some of our fathers and grandfathers were right there in the midst of that. Danielle says, I'm also a grandma. Oh, I love that. And Carrie says, amazing story. Thanks for sharing. I just loved sitting and listening to all of his stories, but that one especially. And he was in a lot of write-ups in newspapers because of the adventure and the fact that, you know, it was just so much a miracle how everything had to take place for him to survive. Just his own dive bag was the one thing that he was able to grab onto. And that was after he was out of the boat and it was just floating by. So yeah, there was no accident or coincidence there, was there? And Sally says, I'm a P great grandma. We love our littles. Absolutely. All right, let's see what Kuan Yin has to say about all that. She says, keeping it simple. Your mind may convince you that manifesting your destiny is more difficult or complex than it needs to be. Yet the guidance of the Divine Mother is to keep things simple. Do what you can do and let go of everything else. I love that. Let go of everything else. Anything that's unlike love is just gotta go, doesn't it? Because only love is real. And Carrie, let me know the date you'll be there. I'm in Scottsdale right now, which is maybe an hour and a half from Tucson. It might be more, but yeah. And interesting that I wrote about Grandpa who lived in Tucson. That was the reason I moved to Arizona years ago. Coming to the University of Arizona for a Linda McCartney photography exhibit. That would be amazing to see. Wow. Okay, Carrie, I'm hoping that we'll be able to meet up. And hopefully, I don't know what time of the month you're going to be here in March, but let me know. So let's hear from the angels. This tiny book of angel messages I keep hearing every day. I hear from you guys, and every day I hear how much it's touching your lives and just the miracle of it. You know, this is a miracle that it even exists. This came to be. So what I do is ask you every day to give me a number between 1 and 85, I think. Yeah, 1 and 85. Danielle says, wow, Lady Kuan Yin is amazing. I'm studying to be a lineage, where'd it go? Lineage holder with Master Sha. I love Master Sha. Okay, I see 80 was the first number that popped up, Kathleen Caputo. And let's see what Blue says. Took my friend to Dartmouth Hospital for testing. It's her first year anniversary from kidney cancer surgery. It was a long day. No evidence detected from the day of testing. Happy dancers in Dartmouth. Billy is on our prayer list. There's this theater owned by Hall University in Chicago that I walked by for 17 years of traveling there for business. I was so drawn to it. After I stopped doing that job, the next summer I got sick, ear infections. As I was pouting in bed, I looked up my grandfather's obituary. Turns out he owned the Blackstone Theater that is now owned by DuPaul. That's so awesome. You've told me that story before, Blue. I just think it's an amazing story. Good morning, Jennifer Langren. All right, so we're going page 80 in the tiny book of angel messages. I skipped you, Jean L'Oreal. Let me see. Let me scroll back up. I see you saying 54. What else did you say? No, I don't think I skipped you. Kathleen jumped in there first with her number 80, and then Danielle, Mary, and then you. But we'll see. Maybe we'll have to go to your page since you're making a fuss. There must be a reason for that. All right. So on page 80, whoa. On page 80, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 messages. I think we're supposed to be reading one of those 4 messages. So which one is it? 1, 2, 3, or 4? We'll read Jean's after yours, Kathleen. So on page 80, which message am I reading? 1, 2, 3, or 4? 3. Thank you, Sally. Never let anyone walk over you or treat you as less than. You are a child of God and thus deserve respect. Therefore, you may have to step away from those who are abusive in any manner. Know your worth and live your life knowing that you deserve kindness and respect. I love that. Those words are words that my dad also said to me. I had been in some conflict with a relative, and it felt like bullying. And so my dad, who was still alive, called me into the bedroom where he was relaxing, and he says, don't ever let anybody walk over you. And I remember that to this day, that tone of his voice and the protective bear of a father that he was. So don't let anyone walk over you. That's a huge message. Don't let anybody bully you. And I think there's quite a few of us that have been through the same experience of bullying in our lifetimes. So I think this message from the angels that You're a child of God and you deserve respect. And you may have to step away from those who are abusive in any manner. Sometimes abuse is mental or emotional, and that can be just as harsh as physical. Sometimes it hurts more than physical abuse. So yeah, I think we needed to hear that. I think somebody out there needed to hear that message this morning. So Jean Lorio had said page 54. Page 54. Oh my goodness, Jean. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 messages on page 54. So a number between 1 and 7 would be good. And Danielle says, oh yes, from a black sheep, I was unbreakable. Yeah. Number 5. Thank you, Blue. Oh, short and sweet. What affects one affects the whole. Wow, that is a powerful, profound statement and just shows us the power of oneness, doesn't it? If something's affecting you, whether that's in a good way or a not so good way, it affects all of us. So whatever's happening in our lives, if somebody is being abused or if somebody has something that's a mountaintop experience, it affects all of us. And our vibration that goes out from us is huge. It either lifts us all or it brings us all down. So thank you for choosing the messages this morning. And Jean wanted number 1 read on that page. Own your power and stand in your divine authority, authenticity. Let peace guide your decisions and you will impact the world in a huge way. Leave that as your legacy. I love that one too. I love all of these messages. Who all has this? Do you all have this book? Are you sharing it? And I checked yesterday about getting it in bulk if any of you want it. And Sally, if you want me to send some to your store, just let me know that, because I can get it at my author rate, and it won't be much to send 10 of them, and I can send a box your way. So anybody that wants that, just message me and I'll let you know what the cost is. This is such a great tool to give away to lighten up somebody's day. If they just open it, if they just hear one of those messages that you are worthy, that you don't need to take abuse from anybody. You know, this is a great tool for somebody that's struggling or going through their challenges. And I don't consider it my book. I'm the one that put it in to be published, but it's the angels' book. They wrote this book. They gave these messages every night. And I love it. I just want everybody in the world to have one, because I think that it's going to help guide so many people who need a word, who just don't know where to turn. And oh, let me just open this and see what the angels have to say. Blue says, people seeing us dancing yesterday at the beautiful Dartmouth Hospital were so happy. I bet they were. I bet they were thrilled, because they probably figured out that you got good news. And I love that. You raised the vibration. Danielle says, we're here to uplift each other's peapods. We certainly are. And Sally, yes, please, we want to put your books on display so we can have a good envelope for you when you come to Michigan. Yay, I can't wait. I just can't wait to see these books and see people holding them and the testimonies. I just want to hear more. If you're using them, if you're opening it, if you're being blessed by the messages that are in them, please let me know. And that's not an ego thing. Like I said, this is not my book. This is the angels' book that they published a book, just like they bought the Angel Mobile. They've really showed up in such a huge way in my life over the last 2 years because I said my yes. I said yes. Every time that they ask me to do something, I say yes. And they told me this year I was going to be doing a podcast. And at first, of course, I argued with them like, what? But I said, okay. I said the yes, and it's been a blessing. This afternoon at 5 o'clock Eastern time, I'm going to have our own John Thaddeus Fiore on the podcast. And he and Jane Maltrose are going to talk to us about spiritual practices. What we do as a spiritual practice in our life is so important. I know I talk about meditation a lot. That's my main spiritual practice, is going inside and connecting in with the breath and deep meditation. I know John uses EFT tapping. He is a master at teaching others about tapping. So tune in if you get a minute at 5 o'clock today and see our John Thaddeus and hear what the Jersey boy has to say. He's an amazing soul. I've met John in person. I've gotten hugs from him. I've got a tea bath from him. That's another story all in itself. And Auntie Jean, is Gabby Forrester out there? I don't know. I'd love to see our Gabby Forrester in here. She used to come in every day and bless us with her presence, but I haven't seen her in a while. The mozzarella man. Yes, he is. He makes the best mozzarella. I know because I've had it before. So come in and support John and hear what he has to say. I'm sure he has some words of wisdom for us all. All right, so give me one thing that you're thankful for. This is terrific. Thankful Tuesday. What are you thankful for today? And or who? It can be a who. Every day I'm choosing somebody to put in the gratitude base. And that was a challenge that I did for all of us at the beginning of the year. I know our Auntie Jean is doing it. She's choosing somebody to lift up and say, I'm grateful for you. But every day, I just want to highlight somebody that might just need that pick me up, that somebody's paying attention, somebody sees me. And I just love when I put it out there and you all chime in also and say, I'm grateful for you. I think it really does lift that person's vibration. And there was a purpose behind the gratitude base. And it was so we could keep giving gratitude out into the world. Tammy, I'm grateful for my new job starting soon. Oh, Tammy, you just raised all of our vibration. Thank you for that news. Thank you, God, for answering prayer and that our Tammy is back in the workforce. I love it. I love it. Thank you. We're going to celebrate that. Teri, I'm thankful for this grief. This grief made me realize that, yes, I am alive, but I haven't been living, and it is time. Carrie, that is beautiful. And I hope that the message from the angels today from the blog touched you. I hope that that was confirmation for you. Your beautiful, sweet little mama is right there with you. And I love what the angels had to say. So accept her gift of love that she gives to you every day. Julie Kiss, thankful for my daughter's doctors helping her. I'm thankful for that as well. And Suzanne, you just signed up for a class to get your Reiki master. Grateful for the opportunity. How awesome is that? And I'm going to be teaching Karuna Ki Reiki. So if you'd like to take that class when I offer it. That's an addition that I'm so glad that I found. So I can teach the Reiki, I can teach Karuna Ki, and that's what I'm focusing on. Karuna Ki is compassionate Reiki, which I love. Okay, so any other prayer requests, type them in there. We're celebrating today. I just feel like we're celebrating our loved ones in spirit, and we're celebrating each other, all the wins in our life. Kathleen is thankful for this snowy day to have time to catch up with some Hot Bear connections and work. Yeah, it's a work day for me as well, Kathleen. I got so much going on, and I really have to get busy and just sit and get it done. All right, so let's go into our hearts. If there's any other prayer requests, just put them in. Let's just give gratitude in our prayer time today. Give gratitude for each other, gratitude for the way the angels work in our lives, gratitude that they teach us about our loved ones and teach us what's important. And it's important to make those connections when you still have your grandpas or your parents or your siblings alive here on earth. Make those memories that I have of this man I wrote about last night, Grandpa. He was an amazing man, and I am so grateful that I got to spend the time I did with him. I'm grateful that I know some things about his life, and I can just see his beautiful energy, as he was a survivor and he was a tough cookie. So make memories, absolutely, and call your folks up, whether it's a parent, a sibling, your children, your grandchildren. Just reach out and love them and let them remember you when you're not here. Sally, congratulations. Tammy, we're all giving Tammy congratulations this morning, and prayers for Robert's family and friends. 40 days in the hospital has worn their nerves thin. Help them remain at peace, as there is still a very long road to recovery. Absolutely. All right, so breathe into your heart. We're going to go in for just a minute and love on each other and just love on life this morning. It's Thankful Tuesday, and I love my life. Can you say that about yours? Do you love your life? Or are you trudging through this thing called life? And like Carrie was saying, alive but not living. So let's just ask. It's calling right now on spirit, asking our Creator to bring joy into each of our hearts, to make this a life worth remembering. That this thing that we're doing here in these human bodies is more than just existing. It's loving. And as we share love with each other, as we share love with relatives and friends, that's what we're doing, is shining our light. Shine that light bright, so that when you're not in this human body anymore, that light is still shining. That light is still touching hearts, and there's stories to be told that will touch others. It's like Grandpa's story and how it can still touch so many people. So breathe in the love from the Creator, coming right from the great central sun. And breathe out anything else. Just let go of regrets. Let go of anger, bitterness, fighting and conflicts. Anywhere you're showing other than love, just let that go out of your heart, out of your existence, and breathe in only love. Only love and light is welcome in my heart. Say that. If you want to type it, type it. Make that commitment right now, this day. Only love and light is welcome in my heart, is welcome in my words, in my actions. This family is so full of love. We all have so much to give. Let's give that to ourselves also. Give yourself that gift of just being love, exuding love, wanting others to be loved and to love themselves. I know that within families, there's always conflict. There's always things that come up. In my own family, we fought and fought and fought. And sometimes not even remembering what the fight was all about. So if there's something going on between you and another person, it might be in your own family, your biological family. It might be with friends, co-workers, whatever it is, just let it go. Life is way too short to hold on to that stuff. Let's focus on only love. Let's shine our light so that there's only love and light in the world. And now let's give that love to each other. Any burdens that we're having, any challenges we're going through, any of our loved ones that may be facing something really heavy, such as Sally's son-in-law. Let's just lift each other. There's so much pain in our world. Let's don't add to the pain. Let's add to the solution. Add to the joy in life. Make somebody laugh today. You can't make them laugh, make them smile. Or maybe a little giggle, or send a cute picture of a baby smiling or giggling. Nobody can resist that. Let's shine love out into the world. Just love, nothing else. That's what we're doing today. We are just loving. All right, so we do a heart telephone on 321. Thank you. I love you. And let's see what Blue's got for us. Joanne's Rindle Reiki Lineage Master will be here to meet this summer. I'll post the info. I'm sure he will be in other parts of the country during his tour. I will see if I can get his itinerary. That would be awesome. I would love to meet him. And you start on the 13th, Tammy. That's not that far away. Beautiful. I think I'm feeling good energy from that. And Sally says, I love the number 13. Perfect day for a new beginning. Indeed it is. Joanne, grateful for all the prayers from all the P's. Grateful to both Jeans for maintaining the grid. My daughter has been choosing sobriety recently. It's been a 17-year journey for our family. This shift is huge. Thank you for continued prayer. So proud of Jackie. I really am. And I'm praying that that continues. And we'll keep sending her love and light and lifting her up for that. All right. So I'm going to go grab Leo's while you all love on each other. And just remember to say your mantra. Only love and light is welcome here. Only love and light. Come on, Leo, sing to us. Take us away. He's like the cow god in music.
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go, come on,
Oh,
come
no.
on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. One on the peace for peace, on our mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead wherever we may be. We create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Waiting on the guys, the angels, and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning cup of full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup of full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup of full of joy. Give me a cup of full of. Give me a cup of full of joy. Give me a cup of full of.
Hi, Dad.
Cup of full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top here. The coffee's always hot and the choice is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we are part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can side with us, there is always no space in the pot. For more love, take a spot and get the day started. Morning cup of full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup of full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup of full of joy. Give me a cup of full of. Give me a cup of full of joy. Give me a cup of full of. Give me a cup of full of joy. Give me a cup of full of. Give me a cup of full of joy. Give me a cup of full of. There really is no secret. We simply accept, align, allow. AAA, morning cup of full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup of full of joy, every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup of full of joy, with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup of joy. Cup of joy. Full of joy, give me a cup of give me a cup of joy, 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 give me a cup of joy. Give me a cup of joy. Woo!
Ooh. Thank you, Leo. And thank you, everyone who came in this morning. I love you so much. Stay in your hearts and stay blessed. Keep dancing. You don't have to dance just because the music ended. So dance, love, celebrate this thing called life. I love you so much. Stay in your hearts and stay blessed. And I will see you at 5 o'clock Eastern time with our John Thaddeus Fiore. Come in and say hello to him. Have a great day, everyone. Namaste, y'all.